Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Um, First off, I don't know what I should title this video, but it's more of I don't know. I'll see what I title it, but it's more about buying land or buying a site or a stand. Some people call it a stand, some people call it a site, some people call it land. So first off, I've always wanted to own my own home. So like growing up as an African child, a girl child at that. So you are always told that you are gonna get a husband that's gonna take you away from home and build you your home. So that's pretty much how um, most of us, because I don't want to say all of us. Some people were brought up in other ways, but most of us, girl child in South Africa, we are brought up like that. You stay home, you have to know how to cook, you have to know how to clean, you have to know your way around the house, because like you are constantly told that you need to know how to cook so that you can cook for your husband one day. So that's instilled in your mind. So I was also brought up like that. I was always told, um, being shouted at as a kid, clean after yourself. How is how are you gonna get married if you are this dirty or this clumsy, type of thing. So I was told it, and in your mind, you grow up, you just you meet guys and you hope that guy is gonna come to your house, pay a dowry, and take you, build you your home. So when I was about, guys, I'm old. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give out my age. But hey, I don't have any age issues. I'm turning 34, I think, this year. I was born in 1985. So, you know what, guys? I stopped counting at 30. When I turned 30, I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting old. I stopped counting. I was like, no. So now, when someone asks me how old I am, I just tell them the year I was born in, because you know I would like now go back and start counting. So yeah. So anyway, when I was okay, in 2016, yeah, around 2015, 2016, I started okay, when I turned 30. I think I turned 30 in 2015. I'm not sure, guys. You know what? Help me. Help me. I was born in 1985. It's 2019 this year. My birthday is on the 23rd of July. So I don't know when I turned 30. At 30. When I turned 30, that's when I was like, okay, I am single. I don't have a straight boyfriend. I think I was dating. Like I would go out on dates. So yeah. 2015, was I dating? No, I think so. I'm not sure, but yeah. So 10:30, and I was like, I'm old. I am at home. No guy is coming to get this girl and build this girl a house, start a family with this girl. So I was like, you know what? Let me just save up money and build myself a home, because when is this guy coming? I am single. If ever I have to meet a guy now, that guy is gonna want to date me for 3 years just to get to know me. So 3 years later, I'll be 33, still at home, hoping for my man to come at home, pay a dowry, and you know, marry me. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just do it myself. You know, let me just um do some research. It first started off as a bit then I was still into like the fancy lifestyle, so I was looking for property around the suburbs, fancy. So I started looking into, and I wanted like new developments because I didn't want to pay lawyers and all that. So yeah, so I would look into new developments. I would apply and whatever. So um I'm a very spiritual person also. So we're gonna get to that as our YouTube journey goes. So I'm not gonna dwell into that too much. We will get to it. Like there's another video that I'm gonna be talking about spirituality, So but it's just gonna be a reference right now. So I went to a seer, um someone who a psychic, or just so you understand, if you don't know isiZulu, ngaya kumuntu ngayohlola, and then that person was like, are you looking into buying a house? I didn't tell him this. He asked me as he was, like channeling whatever that he was channeling. So I was like, yes, with that, how did you know type of thing. But I trust him. I've been on a spiritual journey with this person for some time, and I saw my life progress as I was attending with him, so I wasn't surprised that he picked it up, but I didn't expect it, and I think I had applied for this new development, I think maybe 2 days back, before I went to this prophet. Let me call him a prophet. So and when I say prophet, I'm not talking about these pastors that are doing miracles and whatnot. I'm talking about umtandasi, South African people who are from the township or emakaya. They know what I am talking about. I'm not. I think someone from the suburbs would, like, who grew up as a cheese girl, cheese boy. They won't understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyway. So he asked me. He was like, "Are you looking into buying a house?" I was like, "Yes," and he was like, he shook his head, and that scared me. I was like, okay, I was like, what's going on, what's up? And then he was like, bayala, when he's saying they are refusing, he's talking about my ancestors. I'm like, oh, so now I'm gonna stay at home, forever. What's going on? How do we fix that? So he was like, okay, not that you're gonna stay at home, like they don't want you looking, in that upper level, type of, you know, they don't want you in the suburbs. They want you, it's either elokishini, or what I see is indawo nje. That's how he put it. He was like, indawo nje. So I was like, oh, I want to live in the suburbs. But I'm not a fussy person. I'm definitely not. Like, I'm one person who is told this thing, I stick to it, I listen. When someone tells me kuzoba kanjena, this is what I see, I accept, and just live my life, and accept whatever comes. But okay, so now he was like, oh, bakufuna ngibona indawo nje. So i-reason for that is bathi angeke ukwazi ukubenzela imisebenzi yabo ule esilungwini, bakufuna endaweni amakhaya, like. So I was bummed. I was like, oh, okay. But as a person who is seen to a traditional person, someone who believes in tradition and African culture, I was like, okay, cool. So I think they were referring to, how am I going to slaughter a goat in a townhouse, or type of setup. So I was like, okay, cool. What you know what this is another thing about me. I always look for the positives in the negatives. So example, This guy is telling me they don't want you in the suburbs, but I see you getting a house and I went in J, just a place, it's not fancy, just, it's just an area. That's pretty much what he said. So positive in that negative was, okay, at least he sees me buying something, you know. So I took that and ran with it, but I lived my life. I was like, oh, okay. And then I stopped with these applications. Whenever I see a new development, I'll just be like, oh, how I wish. But anyway, life is life. So I went on with my life. I went on with my life, until I met someone in Durban, and then they were like, we were talking, and then they were like, there are places here in Durban that are for sale, and they are not even that expensive. So I was like, oh, okay, can you tell me the area? And then he told me the area. I was like, okay, cool. One day I'll make time, come there, and then, just to look around and, yeah, shop for sites. And then I came to this area where I am right now. Shopped around for sites. Others were like too expensive. Others were like normal. It's not your best kept area in terms of, there's still gravel roads. Okay, there will be a main road where it's like tarred road, but like the inner parts of the area, like, and it's hills. So when I don't know, it's kusemakhaya, but amakhaya ahlakaniphile, let me put it that way. Amakhaya ahlakaniphile, kunogesi, there's water. Other areas in my area, they don't have water, but I have water, I have electricity. I had to apply electricity privately instead of waiting for the government. Sometimes it takes longer. They would only rush to put electricity for people around elections and whatnot. So, I was like, okay, cool. Let me just put my electricity privately, hire someone private. So, yeah. And then, what else? Oh, I got my site for, wait for it. How much was the site, the land, the stand? Uh, it was, I'm scared to say, it wasn't expensive at all, guys. It was 20 20,000 rands. It was 20,000 rands. It's not huge. It's normal. It's okay. I was like, okay, you know what? As long as I have land, so it's fine. Cause I don't believe in paying rent. I don't pay. I don't believe in all. I don't also believe in paying bond, guys. Cause paying bond for like 20, 30 years, ngiyasisaba isikweletu, so I don't like the feeling of something that's lingering, like when it's like middle of the month, my heart is racing, like, oh my god, is my rent coming together, type of thing. I don't like that. I like relaxed life. I like to breathe, I like to relax. So I bought my site for 20,000 rands. That's in dollars. Uh that's around $1,500. Just it depends with the dollar range, exchange rates. Yeah, but that's about maybe $1,800. Yeah, so it wasn't expensive at all. Yeah, so I did that, and then I immediately started buying building material and started building my house. I wanted a big house with a very spacious house. Like I love open plan type of setting. I will do a house tour in the near future. I also would have liked it if I did like the whole journey with you, but I had this idea of starting a YouTube channel just now. So yeah, and also I have a portable phone. I bought my phone back in 2015. It's 2019 now, so you can imagine it's crappy. Whenever I take a few videos, it will tell me I don't have enough space, so I can't even take like videos, for you guys and take you through like a journey when the house was still in foundation phase, when the walls were still were getting up, and then when the roof was being installed, type of thing. I would have really loved that for inspiration. So yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I feel like I have to say that, but it's worth it. Like, you will never get where you want to be if you don't take that first step, if you don't take risk. Like, life is about taking risks, if it means I have to preach that to you guys, like, I'm gonna preach it. I'm gonna preach it out to you guys. So this is for people who really want to buy land, who are not into much into fancy life. Like, you guys, you should see my area. Just, my view here, where I'm facing. This is my bedroom window, and this is like the back. There's a mansion over there. There's like mansions here. So people are being very smart now. People are not now buying houses in the suburbs. People are buying houses in these type of areas, and they build their dream homes. It's not about the surrounding, it's about what's inside. So I also did that. I was like, okay, yes, the area is not that developed, but you know what, when you get inside my house, you feel like you're in the suburbs. So also what I wanted was this emakaya feel, where I can, when I say emakaya, I'm referring to the village life, yeah, country life. So I started buying chickens, because I don't have much land. My house took out all the land, so because it's big, so I don't have much land. So I bought chickens. I have chickens, so whenever you hear some noise, I think they now behaving. So now and then they'll be like quack, so yeah, I have chickens. In the near future, I would like to buy goats, have goats, um cows, who knows, I'll have to hire people to head those cows for me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. um I'll do a house tour in the near future. And if you guys have any questions, um, you're looking into buying a site and all that information, yeah. Like, I don't know much about buying a site, guys, in the suburbs, those 1.2 million sites, yeah, I don't know much about that. I know how to buy a site. I know info about buying a site emakaya, yeah. So if ever you guys are looking into doing that, do hit me up. And excuse me for looking at the viewfinder. It's very awkward for me to just look straight into the camera. I'll get used to it. I'll focus into looking at you guys, but yeah, please bear with me. I'm still new in this, YouTube thing. And yeah, I feel like I'm leaving out something, but you know what, like, guys, whenever you have a question, just feel free to comment down below and ask me, a few questions, and I'll answer you regarding the topic we were talking about, regarding buying sites and building. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my channel. Please do like, subscribe, and comment, and be in this journey with me, and thank you so much, guys. Goodbye.